immediately. Share this shit.
Hello everyone, we are live right now. We're starting another State of DEGA event. We got Carlos in the house and the Rabbit King and me, myself, the Freak, here for you with you. So welcome, I hope you can hear me well. Carlos, Rabbit, how are you?
I'm good on my side. How about yourself?
Very good. People are telling me I sound weird. I am weird, but maybe I have a... Oh, I got a voice thing. Let me... Maybe you can hear me better right now.
It just sounds like you're, I don't know, like in a room with a lot of echo. That's mostly it. Other than that, I mean, we can clearly understand you.
Oh my god, it shouldn't sound like a lot of echo, but let me clean up my sound right now. I got the
Can
noise
you actually
reduction.
hear me this time?
Yes, we can hear you.
And just to let everyone know, unfortunately, I am going to have to drop off at 10:30. So hopefully we can get through a lot of stuff before I have to drop.
It's okay. We can manage it, and I think we can do do this. So Carlos, the event is all yours, but as always, you know what we have to do.
DEGA sharing raid. Let's share this shit.
Let's share this shit with everyone because today it's an important day, it's an exciting day. So, Carlos, I think the mic's all yours. Stage is
Yeah,
yours.
it's the thing, man. Thank you. Thank you for that, Freak. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining us here today. And one more thing, Freak, can you please give Alberto access to the stage? He's got his hand up already to request access because he'll be doing a showcase here. So, well, first off, let's go over at a high level the agenda, what we'll be doing today. So, we'll give you guys an update on the tech side of things. That'll be the first thing. Then, we'll discuss the partnerships conversation around agents. Then, when the next release is coming, and how you can prepare for this in terms of like designing your characters and what support we will be providing on that side of things. And then, after that, we'll handle a few questions. The mods already collected a few of those for us, but as always, you can just ask away in the chat as well, right? Okay, cool. Let's get rolling. First off, on the technology side of things. So last State of Dega, we discussed we were using, the ELIZA framework as a basis. Those guys have done a really great job in terms of integrations. They're the ones that are behind the AI 16C meme coin, which is exploding, and many of the community around AI agents is being built on that software. So we're using that as a basis, but that system really is something that's more catered to developers, one thing, and two, it's catered more to like running individual agents, right? It wasn't really designed for scalability in the cloud and having a platform and serving agents like software as a service, right? So that's what we're doing. It's taken a little bit longer than what we expected in terms of like the changes that needed to be done, things like error handling, logging in cloud systems, state management, and many other things that are very, let's say, low level technical. But I literally finished yesterday doing that, and today I'm deploying the software to the production code. Right now, this is just the AI core. Freak, I think I can hear you typing. You're not muted. You're definitely not muted.
Muted. Okay, sorry for that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, just muted at a Discord level. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, so basically today I'm working on deploying this on our production cloud project. So we'll have that system up and running there. That's just the AI core of it, right? But it will be a scalable AI core, meaning that we can serve as many agents as we want to whoever we want, right? Other than that, the other aspect is what Alberto will be showcasing you just for you guys to get an idea of the improve. There's been a few tweaks in the UI from last time, and also we'll illustrate the workflow
Hmm.
for the payments side of things as well. So, but before that, also another great news is we've onboarded another senior developer to the team. Was very excited to support us on this AI development side of things. He's a former colleague of mine. His name is Daniel. He's not like the type of person to come here on board to do live conversations, but just for everybody to know that how serious we're taking this, that we're onboarding even more senior development talent to the team, right? Well, let's jump right into the UI side of things. So, Bert, if you want, you can share your screen and we can showcase a live payment of the system. And also, let's talk a little bit about the update we did in the main agent list as well.
Give me 1 second and I'll be sharing the.
One thing that we're doing that we did is, we don't want to force everybody to have like a token for their agent, right? They can if they want to, but we're not gonna impose it, right? Which is something that everybody else is doing in the crypto space. And quite really, like a lot of people, even if you want a token for your agent, you might want to have your agent out there live, generating an audience before you do that, right? So we're decoupling those two steps. You can deploy your agent whenever you want, and then you can deploy the token as a second step or third step whenever you want to do it. Okay, so we're doing the screen share. Can everybody see it? I can see it. Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, first, Carlos, I don't know if you wanna touch base with the main information changes, right? As Carlos mentioned, this is focused more into the social aspect of the agents and not so much into the tokens, right? So we can see an update in the metrics we are displaying in the main view are coming from Twitter, right? From the social medias of the agents.
Yeah, and just for everybody to know, these are examples, right? What you're seeing there, they're real AI agents, not that we created, but that exist already, right? And this is just for demoing the UI purpose, but it's real tokens, real information.
Yeah, for example, we have already seen this in the previous demo we had, right? But we can see the true terminal with the token, right? And we can see their social media feed, right? In this case, this is the Twitter feed,
Mhm.
and yeah, we also have.
Beautiful. Yeah, so one thing that you will absolutely need to create your agent when you're creating it is you will need your a Twitter account, right? Because that's like the main place where you're gonna interact with it right now. In the future, once and this will be a few more weeks. As soon as we release, like a week or two later, we're gonna be doing the Discord integration, the Telegram integration. So we will make it optional later on. But right now you gotta interact with it somewhere, and it has to be Twitter for starters.
Yeah. Second, apologies if I change the sharing resolution. I moved the window. Okay. So now let's get into the credits, right? So as we can see, I have already 1,160 credits, and we're going to be making a deposit. So yeah, I can see once again in the purchase credit view the current balance that I have, and then I can select the networks that I want to pay it in. In this case, I'm going to be selecting Cardano, and we then can select the token because we can pay in the native ADA, and we can also pay with DEGA token, right? In this case, I will be going with the DEGA token payment, right? Then I can request a payment address in order to know where I need to send the funds, right? So let's get going, and I receive this description of the payment, right? It's like my deposit has initiated, and then I can start by copying the address and making the deposit. So I will be trying to deposit like 64, 65 um, thousand data tokens, and we're going to get credits for it. So on the Cardano wallet right now, I'm making the payment.
Hey there. Sorry, there was muted. So while Alberto is doing that payment off screen, one important detail for everybody here to know is that all the data that you use here will be burned, right? We will not keep it for ourselves. So everything that's coming in here will burn the Dega tokens. And if you pay with ADA and Solana, which are the first two currencies other than Dega that we're going to be supporting, we will also take that and use it to buy and burn Dega, right? 100% of the fees will go to buying and burning DEGA. Well, at least when that'll be the ratio right now as we start. Obviously, as time moves forward, we need revenue for the team to be able to continue. So part of the fees will be continue to be burned, and part of them will go to the treasury so that we can make it a sustainable development effort over the long run. But right now, the starters, 100%, everything's going to buy and burn data.
All right, so I already made the crypto transaction, and I'm waiting for the payment to be accepted. Right, that depends on the blockchain blocks and the confirmations. Right, we need to confirm minimum of blocks prior to assigning the credits.
The reason we're using credits here and not just having you pay directly is because, as usual, everything we've always done here in DEGA is multi-chain. So people will want to pay with whatever they want to pay, right? They can pay with DEGA, with Cardano, with Ethereum. They want to pay with Bitcoin, with Lightning Network, whatever, right? We'll just accept any type of crypto, and eventually even fiat, right? Like PayPal, Stripe will eventually integrate those systems. And you pay with whatever you want, and then you just get the credits, right? And then that streamlines and simplifies the process of then operating with your products or services within the platform.
Yeah. All right. There we have it. We can already see the credits increase from recall what I had, but it was like 1,160, right? So we received 63 53 credits, right? And we can see the status of the payment has moved to completed, and yeah.
And another thing that's worth mentioning is not that you have to literally be looking at this page. Like, you guys can make your transaction, you can go anywhere you want. This page will always be there for the status update, right? But you don't. Yeah, you can keep using the platform, right? While you're waiting for your credits load.
Yeah, definitely. Once you create the payment, you have your address, then you can make the transaction, and then you can go. Even closing the entire app is not dependent on the UI, right? This is a process automated, and yeah, once you come back, you can see how much you deposited and how many credits you received.
Beautiful. Yeah, that way, once you have your credit system, you can use it to create agents, to upgrade them, to give them new integrations, to extend their compute time. As you guys have heard us say, there will be a free tier with X amount of compute every day, right? But then you say, well, I want my agent to be operating even more during the day, then you'll be able to use the credit to pay for all of that. Awesome. Any other aspect that you wanted to showcase, Alberto, or is that the flow for now?
This is the flow for now. Yeah.
Okay, so just to summarize, you've seen the updated information, right? In terms of the Twitter listing, then you can create your agents, then you can upload your credits as well, and everything's managed very simple platform, as you can see, right? There's no major complexities here. Sharon is asking why so many tokens per credit. Sharon, this is a demo. This is not real, right? It's real in the sense that the code is real, but nothing else is real, right? We haven't even decided what the value of that is or anything. So yeah, cool. So that's about it in terms of the development update. I already gave you guys an overview in terms of what we've been building on the AI itself side of things, and that pushing that to production literally today. And Alberto just showcased the payment side of things and the updates we've done to the interface. And we've also onboarded a new senior developer. And we will also be contributing to the open source community as well for Cardano and Midnight sidechain integrations for the ELISA framework. That part I had not mentioned, but it's also very relevant. Part of the systems that we're building are open source, and some of them are not, but definitely we want to continue everything that's like integration. We want to make sure that we contribute that back to the wider crypto and AI community. Any other thing that you'd like to add there, Rabbit, before I jump into the partnerships update?
No, I'm good. Keep going. Don't break the flow.
Beautiful. Okay. So on the partnership side, we're actually already have the first two agents that we're going to be running. They'll be running full time next week. This is one of them is a meme coin from the Ethereum ecosystem. Another one is a meme coin from the Flow ecosystem. And basically they're just helping us, beta test this. And they're not waiting for the UI, right? Because the UI is something that we need for everybody to be able to use it. But since I already have the AI core, and that's why I'm pushing it to production today, so that we can just have those two agents running. We won't be revealing who they are, right, until later, until at least 1 week has gone by that we've seen that the system behaves correctly, and then we'll start, sharing who they are. Besides that, the we also have two gaming partners that will be integrating our system for their AI MP. That one's a little bit farther ahead, right? Because one thing is to deploy this, and then another thing is to open up the API. Mostly for security reasons, we have to make sure that we create a really powerful gateway there that allows flexibility in terms of the request, but also avoids us getting attacked by hackers and malintentioned parties. So that's on the partnership side of things, and every one of our existing partners has already expressed interest in us showcasing this to them once it's finished. And almost everybody's going to have an AI strategy, right? So 2025 is going to be a crypto AI hybrid year for almost every team in the industry, right? Let me see what else we have here. Oh, and also had another conversation with our friends from Venus Protocol. If anybody that's been following us from quite some time now knows that they've supported us even with a grant already. And they're going to be doing a whole AI strategy, right? It's still to be defined in the sense that what exactly are the main parts that they want to use for their solution, but they're definitely interested, and I already have that conversation scheduled for 2 weeks from now, and we're definitely looking forward to working very, very closely with them. As anybody here might know, the Venus Protocol is the largest lending platform after Aave, and they're very well connected with the Binance ecosystem because they are the largest Binance portfolio company, right? In DeFi, in the DeFi space. So that's very exciting. And they're probably, what the partner that I'm most excited to work with in the coming months. Now let's jump into the releases, right? So we'll be doing private testing this month. Our mods will be helping us with that. They're here in the conversation. We will be giving all of them an agent, right? For free, that'll be running 24/7. They'll be able to customize it, whatever they want. We're just waiting for the UI to give them access to that because I want them to test that flow, like the end user flow, which is different, right, from the other two agents that I mentioned earlier. Those I'm personally programming the personality for those. But for our mods, we want them to experience it as a end user would. So we're doing that private testing this month, is what we're estimating. And then early January, we'll do the public release. But we want to get at least 2 weeks of testing in the private environment before we go out. Now, if anybody else is interested in being part of that private test, reach out to the mods. You guys can identify yourselves in the chat in case somebody here doesn't know you. But reach out to them, and then this will be a very hand-picked style project, right? Because we want to make sure that availability in terms of the timing, we want to get feedback, and we also want to work with people that are going to keep things private while we're doing the test until we do the official release for the public. Okay, we have a volunteer there, so reach out to Sherry, Dunn, John, Corda. The guys can help you get set up there. Okay. And so that's in terms of releases. So again, private testing this month, release in January. And believe me, we're racing as fast as we can for this. I did mention at the start of the conversation, there was a little bit of delays because we needed to do more work than we thought was necessary for the cloud readiness and scalability. of the agent framework, and then also there are a few bugs popped up from the existing systems that we have in DEGA realms, so we had to fix those. Among we got hit by a freaking tropical storm here in Central America, one of the strongest in like 6 years or something, not less, like one of the strongest in like 5 or 4 years. So Alberto was without electric power for some time, some of the other team members as well. I almost got stuck in El Salvador. So I went there for a Bitcoin event. And so, stuff happens, right? Health, nature, and a few other technical challenges. But all in all, pretty good. Like going to production today with the agents makes me feel very, very confident. Then, okay, next would be probably what everybody's wondering is like, how do you get ready, right? How do you prepare for this? And there we will actually, there's a lot of stuff to do with the agent in terms of how fine grained you want to personalize it, because you're going to need to give it a description. But besides the description, it also has lore, right? It also has some conversational examples, personality traits, topics of interest, a whole bunch of stuff, right? So it really is like a lot of stuff. But fortunately, you can use existing LLMs to help you with that, right? And actually, what we're going to be asking everybody in the UI interface is going to be just the description, right? Because we don't want you to need 3 hours to get through the creation process, right? We want you to jump in, give it a description, boom, it's done. So we will auto generate that with generative artificial intelligence, right? LLMs, so that you can just jump right into it. So your AI character's character will be created with AI, right? And this goes back to everything that me and the rabbit keep saying, that AI is gonna be in every single step and thing that you do. So that's how we're gonna enable the creationship process, but you will be able to edit each of those fields once it's created, right? So you can see what was generated and say, well, actually, I want to modify this. I want to modify this other section. I don't like this, etc. Right? So you'll be able to tweak it at your heart's content after you create it, right? Again, the whole idea for this is to make new users jump in and create it fast and not add friction. So on that regard, actually, Freak has something that he wants to share with y'all. Freak?
Or unmuted. Uh, First, I want to congratulate the guys doing the events on Sundays, and that event is getting more traction every time. It's a really, really, really fun event. So I want to invite you all to participate. Sometimes I'm in. Most of the times I know it's a Sunday, but it is fun. It is worth it. And meeting people, just having fun and chilling. You'll see like Rabbit drop by, and they do a lot of really fun things. So guys, if you want to share the event on the chat for people to see and join. On the other hand, we will be running workshops on this creation of AI agents, more on the creative personality on that side, and the ideas to build them together. So if you have ideas of an agent to build, if you don't understand it or you don't know where to go, the idea is that at least every Wednesday till the release and during the testing, we will be doing like live creative sessions. So keep yourself in the chat. We will announce it at what time it is. Probably will happen in the Discord also. So, and Discord, hopefully in Twitter we restream. But bring your ideas, bring your questions, bring your everything, and let's start building these agents right now and learning how to do it. And we will create the lore, we will create the stories, the images, the look and feel. So we're all ready to just like start creating agents when this comes out and be the first ones. That's it, Carlos.
Beautiful. Thanks, Freak.
If there's noise in my background, sorry. Yeah, because we just got a fire in the house and I had to put it out, and now the house is full of smoke dust and the extinguisher thing. So sorry for that.
No worries. It's all good, and thank you for that announcement. So you heard everybody. If you want to join that creation workshop. You can work with Freak. Freak loves to do lore. He loves to be very, very creative. Heck, you guys could do a shared lore, right? In which all of your characters are related together. So, that's something for everybody here to think about. It's kind of like easier to grow as a team and a community than to try to go about it yourself, right? That's why we've had tribes and data from the start. So good luck everybody on that side of things. And we'll make sure to make a cool product for you guys to test those characters out. Okay. Yeah, oh, and also the team is sharing the Sunday event there in the app. So if y'all enjoy playing games with each other, then definitely join in on Sunday. When you guys are playing, I'm actually coding, so I don't usually join the events, but the rest of the gang can definitely give you guys a good time there. All right. So in terms of like the main points that we wanted to cover here, we're set, but we do have some questions, right, that were compiled previously to the event by the mods. And if anybody else has any other questions, feel free to drop them there in the chat, right? So let me pull those up. Let me see. Keep tabs on it, please. I'll check it out, but I just pulled up the ones that were before the event. So um yeah, so the question is, will holding certain elements types blessing give access to have higher level tiers? Or if not, will there be other benefits to owning elements in relationship to frameworks and agents? Certain things will require elements to open them up. We haven't finished up designing that progression system because it really behaves more like a games progression system in that regard. But yes, all of our characters will have stuff that will be enabled only with certain types of elements. And and there's kind of like two things there, right? There are things that are going to be purely utilitarian in terms of feature sets, right? Like having access to new integrations. Like for example, you want to integrate with Nostr, you want to integrate with um, some of these other decentralized social media, right? The protocol is actually called ActivityPub for example, right? So stuff like that, there are some feature sets that are functional, and there are stuff that'll be more status related, right? So you want to access a club, an AI club that lives within the platform, then you'll need certain elements or data tokens to be able to access that. So yes, the short answer to that one is yes. Details are yet to be provided, but it'll be kind of like a games progression system. Will there be things, let me see, social media posts, other than social media posts that the AI agents can be used for? For instances, will it be generate images or sounds? So the agents themselves will be able to generate images and sounds and video for their own posts. Like, if the AI determines that it wants to post an image, it'll do so. But to be clear, guys, we're not building a competitor to Midjourney or to ChatGPT, right? Like it's impossible to compete with that, right? Like they own their entire infrastructure, have billions of dollars, and it's like trying to compete with Microsoft in terms of making a desktop operating system, right? Like it's not feasible for anybody on the planet to try to do that. So these agents are a specific use case of AI, right? Which is creating autonomous agents that have their own personality. Now, they will have access to a whole bunch of actions like activities and integrations that you'll be able to do with them. So yes, you'll be able to request them to do things for you. But again, it won't be, it's not a replacement for ChatGPT, Cloud, or any of those. Those things, you can't compete with that, right? Now, to give you guys an example of things that you'll be able to do with them, our gaming partners want to integrate them as AI NPCs. So that's something that yes, we can do, and it makes sense because that's not something that these other companies are doing, right? So you'll be able to interact in some games with them. They'll be able to have their own personalities on social media, and they'll be able to do actions for people, right? Like something that some teams are already doing out there is you can pay the AI as an influencer, so it can just post on your behalf, right, to promote a given content that you want to do, or you can have them join you in a space, etc. So Yes, there will be things other than it just generating social media posts. The short answer is yes, but it's again, just don't put it in your mind like we're trying to compete with ChatGPT or Midjourney or any of that. That's impossible. It'll be more kind of like a personality, right? This is personality, character-based agents that you can interact with, and then under given context, they can provide you with a product or a service. Public, yes. The question is there an ETA when we will get access to public betas of the Vega-based games? So yeah, we completely, this is something we've discussed on previous State of DEGA. We were more focused at the beginning and midterms of this year, we were more heavily focused on the gaming side of things, right? And we are still focused on Web3 games. But this is something that we discussed on a few of the live streams before, and everything that everybody is doing right now has to account for AI. If you're not doing it that way, you'll be outdated, you'll be beaten by somebody else in the market within a few months. And I'm talking like 6 or 8 months, and your systems will be completely obsolete. So we had to rethink and redesign how we want to go about our releases, and we've set ourselves out to make AI the priority and the core focus of everything that we're doing. And then on top of that, we will continue to build everything that we've already discussed in the roadmap. So right now, first release is agents, and we need to scale and grow that. And that'll be integrated into partner games and as well as individual agents or token projects, right? After that is set up in a very powerful way, then we will retake the Deco Realms builder focus and then integrate these agents within your builder, right? So your agents will be able to support you as you go about creating the games. And then after that, you will flush out a full end-to-end game, which is the social simulation, the Degens game will probably be the first one that we want to do. Again, why? Because it's focused on AI, which is where everything has to be right now. There's a question about is there any information about the current circulating supply of the Tega tokens available? We actually need to update the service that generates that. That's an action item I have for later today. But yes, there is the information is out there. Like you could gather it right now directly off the blockchain, but you'd have to do it manually. But yes, we need to kind of like make that available in a simpler service. So the short answer is the information out there? Yes, it is. Is it digestible in an easy way? No, it's not. You would have to kind of like do your own math there. But we do have to provide that in like a simple, either a simple dashboard, right, to communicate that. So feedback noted, taken, and yes, it's already part of our to-do list. Okay, so those are all the questions I had in before the event. Let's see what has popped up in the chat. So let's say Corda has one. Is this the one that you referred to, Freak? The one that says so builders will have access to game creation? Is that one?
Yes, yes,
The one you
sir.
were talking about? Okay, so the question is, so builders will have access to game creation, meme coins, and AI agents some can create meme coin community with token plus game. Will they also be able to create their own DeFi somehow connected to their token, create their own meme coin economy from yeah, I mean, of course, right? I mean, you should integrate to the existing DeFi ecosystem, right? You don't want to do everything yourself, right? To give you guys some example, this is a mistake I see some of the teams out there making. Like they're making their AI platform, and then they also want to make their own AI token DEX, right? That's too much, right? You should go to existing DEXs, go to existing lending platforms, go to existing stable coins. Don't try to build everything yourselves, right? That's why we collaborate with Venus Protocol. That's why we've partnered with Cornucopias, for example. That's why we're going to existing meme coin communities that want their AI stuff because we don't want to do all that. It's too much. Even if you had $40 million, right, in your treasury, you'd still just the coordination and organization and operations to do those. Each of those requires extreme focus. So you don't want to do everything yourself. So yeah, you'll be able to create your AI, you'll be able to create your token. It doesn't have to be a meme coin. You can define it however you want. It's your token you created. So you create the agent, you create your token, you'll be able to create your games. That's what we will provide. And then go and integrate with all the existing systems, right? Don't make your own decks. We won't certainly not be making our own DeFi modules. We want to work with existing DeFi ecosystems. And I think that's the only one that was pending here, right? All right. So yeah, so just to recap, we've discussed the technical update, we discussed the partnerships update, we discussed the release as well, and what you need to do to be ready for the product and have your characters defined so you can get rolling as soon as you want, right? And we've addressed all the questions as well. So if there's nothing else, everybody, I think that this is it for this one. And just stay tuned for the private beta. Some people already expressed their interest to join us, so we will follow up on that with the mods. And looking forward, everybody, to put this product in your hands and see where we can take it. Rick,
Thank you very
anything else
much,
you'd like to add?
Carlos. No, thank you very much. I think that this is great. I cannot wait for the things to come out and start creating agents. You know, I've been agent obsessed for the past month and learning a lot on the dynamics and seeing what it works, what it doesn't, like what are people getting. I think it's beautiful because it's more of a culture, community, entertainment thing than anything else. So it gives the opportunity to everyone to create their own agents and connected it to the bigger ecosystem of DEGA. I think it's a golden opportunity. So yes, let's hang out together on Wednesdays and start creating. And that's pretty much it, Carlos. I think we can wrap it up.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. And let's hit them with the outro, Freak.
Yeah, let's do it. Bye bye, everyone.